that's okay. Scroll past the filter, skip the noise, find your calm and stay poised. You're not late, you're right on cue. Every fit skill looks good on you. So light it up, get glow through the doubt. Even discount dreams can still work out. We rise, rewind, and do it again. Off-brand hearts still find their zen. Make it worth the wilderness. Take your time. Even chaos can fall in line. Make it worth your wilderness. Make it yours. We're all just healing in synth-wave chords.
Some conversations feel effortless, and others feel like you're just trying to defuse a bomb with oven mitts on. Welcome back to Bargain Brand Wellness. Tonight we're breaking down the everyday skill nobody teaches us, but everybody expects us to know: small talk. We're going to talk about what actually makes small talking easier, why your brain freezes in the moment, how to ask better questions, and the secret cheat codes that turn chit-chat into real connection. So grab your notepad and your microphone, because we're speaking truths. Welcome to Wellness. Welcome back, my wellness warriors, my self-care connoisseurs, my off-brand VIPs. We got another fun episode for you this evening. Glad to have you back. I see you, Joey, over there on TikTok, and Mom over on YouTube. How y'all doing? Hope y'all ready for another fun-filled episode. We're gonna have some fun today. Welcome back. This is Bargain Brand Wellness. We are live 3 days a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and then either Friday or Saturday for our After Dark episodes. We start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find us on TikTok at Off-Brand Tim or on YouTube at Bargain Brand Wellness. Click that like, share, subscribe, or follow button. Basically, just click all the buttons, except for anything that looks like a thumbs down or anything that doesn't make you happy. Click all those buttons. Tell a friend, tell a family member, tell a coworker, tell your worst enemy. You never know. You might actually make a friend. So you never know. We are having a great time, Joey. We absolutely are. We're talking about small talk today and how we can improve that for ourselves, how we can make that a little less painless. We've all been in situations where we've had to have small talk. It's not always easy to do, but we're going to talk about that today as we're going through. A couple things. We are partnered with Dude Wipes, our first official sponsor. Super excited to have them. They've been great. They sent us free packages, and all we gotta do is make videos in returns. Our next delivery, which we should be getting here probably at the beginning of the month, I'll probably be doing some giveaways and some of that stuff. We also have another partnership kind of in the process. I have still not heard back from them yet. She sent me a message. I'm pretty sure it was on Friday. She messaged out to me from Taste Salud, one of those little drink mixes that you put in your water. And it sounds like it's a pretty good product. I've never had it. But I found them on the same place that I got linked up with Dude Wipes. Told me that they just wanted me to create a 30-second video. If I was interested, she'd send me the guide to making the video, as well as $150 worth of their products. So I'll be trying it myself, but I'll also be giving it away as well. So we do have a second sponsor. We're just not officially partnered with them yet until we have confirmation. What else we got going on? Bargain Brand Wellness Christmas album is officially available on all major streaming platforms, so go out there, give it a listen. add it to your Christmas playlist. The album turned out pretty well. There's only 8 tracks. I initially had 10, 2 of which were covers, AI covers of me singing. But I ended up taking them down because I didn't really like, I don't have a good singing mic setup, so I didn't like the way my voice came across. Plus, I was worried we were going to get flagged for some sort of copyright, so we went ahead and pulled those down. So they are all AI generated, but we wrote the lyrics to all the songs other than the 2 rebranded songs, but they turned out really well. So go give that a listen. Tell your friends about that one because I think it's a pretty good album. I like it. I think it turned out really well. We'll be uploading, as I mentioned before, I'll be uploading the rest of the songs we've created on this channel. I'll be uploading those to major streaming platforms. I kind of want to give it a couple weeks for people to listen to the Christmas album though. So probably here sometime in the beginning in December, I'll be uploading those as well. So you can add those up. What I'm hopeful, I'm hoping 6 months from now, because we make a song almost every stream. We didn't end up making one on Saturday. It wasn't in the cards. But we end up making a song almost every stream. So you figure that's anywhere from 10 to 12 songs per month, maybe more. I'd like to hear like 6 months from now, our fans, our wellness warriors have a Bargain Brand playlist of the songs we've created on here. I think a lot of them ended up turning out pretty good out of the choices we have. So yeah, so go over and get a listen. We also have official Bargain Brand merch. We have our flagship Make It Worth Your Wellness t-shirt here on the back wall, as well as our Merry Fitmas holiday shirts, which are available now. T-shirts are available, $15 plus shipping and handling. The sweater, which is really comfortable. I'm not gonna lie, it's really comfortable. I wear it sometimes. I'll be wearing it to work here in the very near future as well. It's very comfortable. It's $25 plus shipping and handling. So yeah, super excited for that. Get your orders in. Where to order? If you're over here on YouTube, I got links all over everything. You can click for merch. You can click to be a guest. You can click to join the Patreon. If you're over on TikTok, you can click the link there on Patreon to go over to Patreon, where you can join for free. Doesn't cost anything. And you can find those links as well. Our order form is basically kind of it would have been more expensive to have like a store. So I am the store. Basically, it's a Google form you fill out. Give me your contact information. I'll shoot you an invoice through PayPal. You pay me, and then I order the shirt. So it adds like a 2 days to the order, but it doesn't take long. In fact, Mom, your shirt should be arriving anytime soon now if it hasn't already arrived that you ordered. So, I think that's kind of all of the announcements for now. Let's look at our returning wellness warriors of the day. Both of them are here. And Chat over on YouTube, gaining her 7th badge of the month. Mom's an all-star over there on YouTube. Getting her 7th badge. My mom, Linda Marine. And then over on TikTok, Joey's running away with it this month as well. He's got his 4th badge on TikTok. So everyone give them a round of applause. Just realized I wasn't sharing my screen with y'all. All right. So because we have our wellness warriors of the day in here and chat with us, they get to pick something from the Wheel of Wellness. Too easy. They get to pick something from the Wheel of Wellness. So Joey, Mom, what would you like to see? I don't care who picks first. I'm thinking about adding stuff to the Wheel of Wellness. I'm thinking about taking Dance It Out off of there. It's kind of a goofy one, and we only dance for, we've been dancing to the Bargain Brand Wellness playlist, so I guess we could leave it up there. As much as I like Nova Roast the Host, it's kind of goofy, but I'm also thinking about taking the games we play and adding them to the Wheel of Wellness so that you all can add that to your picks. Maybe you would rather us play a game. Like Joey, I know sometimes you say you get on early, but you can't stay the whole time, but maybe you really want to see really want to see Contexto. If you're Wellness Warrior of the Day, you can pick when we play Contexto. And plus that allows for other games because we added cue lists. I think I'm going to add the Rubik's Cube to that if anybody wants to see that. And maybe if we do it under 2 minutes, that completes the challenge. Yeah, so I think I'm going to add, it's going to make the wheel wellness bigger, but it's going to give you all more options and a couple different things. So that's what I'm thinking about doing that. And then we spin it several times throughout the day. Wellness warriors get a pick, but then we spin it constantly. So I'm probably going to be adding that for Wednesday's episode. All right. Joey says he wants some ASMR affirmations. Mom, you can throw yours in the chat, what you'd like to see, but we'll start off with Joey since his was here first. Get these ASMR affirmations, kind of put you in the mood, feeling right. So let's go ahead and turn the y'all should be able to hear me pretty good. I can hear myself, that's all I can say. So, ASMR. Oh, shoot. Turn my silent. It's alright, Joey. I know you're joking. ASMR affirmation. My small wobble like a newborn deer, but it still moves me forward. Progress is progress. It trips a few times. Number 2. I'm capable of asking real follow-up questions instead of the scripted ones my brain keeps in storage. People might actually like the real me. I let them see it. Number 3. If my brain freezes mid-sentence, it's not a meltdown. It's a dramatic pause. I can recover with a smile, a joke, or a smooth anyway. Number 4. I'm not trying to impress anyone tonight. I'm just trying to connect. One little human at a time. And off-brand knowledge. ASMR style number 5. I'd like to be fascinating, to be worth talking to. Sometimes, how's your day going is enough to make someone feel noticed. Sure, off-brand ASMR affirmations for tonight. I do like those. They're goofy, and I always I always worry that when I whisper like that, you guys can't hear me, but I'm gathering you can. Joey's awfully excited over there on TikTok. Mom, you can throw in the chat which one you'd like us to do. I think we'll jump into our first game, and then we'll come back to your pick. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our daily Wordle. You know, this is we'll start with this. Like I said, I think on Wednesday we'll change it up. We'll let the wheel wellness kind of pick. That way we get a chance to do all the different games, especially like any newer ones that we're looking to check out. All right, so y'all know the drill. I'm gonna draw a letter. You all throw in chat what word. See if we can get a different letter this time. All right, we'll take an N. We'll take an N. We'll take that out. We haven't had an N in a while. All right, so I need a 5-letter word beginning with the letter N. Try to use at least 2 vowels if possible, and as many consonants as possible as well. We'll do some repeats if we have to, but I'd not like to start that off with our first guess. Remember, if we get it in 3, we make a song. So we didn't get to make a song on Saturday, so I'm looking to make one tonight. We need to make one. I feel it in my soul. I need to make a song. It's one of my favorite parts of our streaming days. I'm not gonna lie, is what song we're gonna get to make. I don't know if you all look forward to it, but I do. Let's see. N-words. That didn't sound right. Words that start with the letter N is what I meant. Why am newer keeps coming into my mind, but I don't want to do double E. Night. I like night. I use 1 vowel, but several consonants. I like that one. It's nighttime, right? Nosy. Ooh, nosy's good too. We'll do night first. We'll do night. We'll see what we got there. Okay. We got a G and an H. We've been pretty fortunate. We haven't gotten it in 2 in a while, but at least we haven't been getting nothing on the first. Yes. G and an H. Okay. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm immediately seeing. Ooh, I was thinking ghost, but there's no T. Could the G and the H be at the end? Like, see, I'm thinking thigh. There's no I or T though. I mean, the G and H don't have to be together. It's just nice when they are. What other words end in GH though? I like that G and H together. I really do. But maybe not. Oh, dough. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking dough. Oh! Joey Twig with the pull. Dough in 2. Wow. Wow, what a pull. Now, Joey, I know Steven's not in here, but I have to ask. You didn't happen to do the Daily Wordle today, did you? Wow. Dough in 2. Heck yeah. Hell. No, I believe you. I'm just joking, but what a pull. Dough in 2. So you know what that means. We get to make a song. All right. So let me pull up Singify real quick. We're going to make a good song tonight. Like I said, we didn't get to make a song on Saturday, so I'm feeling it. Feeling it in my bones. All right, so we need a song. Let's tie it up to dough. Small talk. I'll do the prompt over in ChatGPT. I need a prompt for Singify. Joey, since you hey, you got the word. Joey, tell me what genre you want. And I mean, it can be any genre. It can even be like similar to an artist. We tried to do one that sounded like Phil Collins the other night. It didn't do a very good job. That would have been cool if it did, but I need a prompt for Singify for a song about small talk. Since I like to kind of keep it on topic for the show. I mean, I'm always willing to change it. If you all have like an idea of like a song, especially if it's kind of goofy that you've been working on, I'm willing to go that route. Song about small talk. I need it to include the word dough. And what genre do you think, Joey? Or if you don't have any ideas, we can take it from others in chat. I saw a couple other people jumping in. You like the rock songs? So we can do a rock song. I agree. But let's try to have it generate similar to a certain style, or maybe even similar to a certain song, even. The genre is rock. Maybe we could do a DMX type. We can do that's more rap. We can do the genre is rap, similar to DMX. We'll just say that. We get a prompt from. We'll see what it sounds like. You never know. All right, let me post the prompt here in Singify. Generate. We're using 5 credits. Should have enough here. We got 33 credits left. That should get us through until the beginning of the month. I hope so. All right, Title is going to be Awkward Silence. And listen, I don't know exactly how the song's going to sound, but I just saw an arf arf in the lyrics. So it's got to have some DX vibes to it. Some long lyrics. We'll see what the rap does. We did do a hip hop song not that long ago. Wasn't that Rain Check Rendezvous song? But it didn't really sound like rap in my opinion. All right, 5 credits and generate. All right, that's generating. So we'll come back. We'll give a listen to that one. Mom, did you have a something from the Wheel of Wellness you wanted to pick? Since you're a returning wellness warrior of the day over there on YouTube. We'll go ahead and jump into our connections game after this, and yeah, and then we'll jump into the whole idea behind small talk. I found a good video. It talked about like Joe Rogan style of talking to people, because he is a master at it. He is really, really good. I will say, Chick-fil-A's Coke Zero is pretty tasty. Well, Mom, while you decide which challenge you'd like us to do, I'm going to go ahead and jump into connections while we're waiting. And, yeah. Yeah, they do have good Coke Zero. All right, connections. Y'all know the drill. We got 16 words, 4 categories, 4 words per category. It's up to us to figure out what the categories are. All right. Infrared, air conditioner, bin, microwave, stingray, x-ray, radio, ultraviolet, carry-on, marigold, cup holder, toaster, metal detector, rice cooker, shifter, blender. All right, so I'm seeing 2 categories possibly mixed together. Monkey's paw. All right, I don't know if you're just a little bit delayed. We'll do monkey's paw as soon as we're done this. So I'm seeing 2 potential categories. I'm either seeing types of waves, microwave, x-ray, radio, and ultraviolet. Or no, I am seeing that. Yeah, the microwave is the red herring, thinking it goes with appliances in there. Air conditioner, toaster, rice cooker, blender. So I'm rocking microwave, ultraviolet, radio, x-ray, types of waves. No. Wow, not even one away. Okay, so that was a red herring. Wow, they're sometimes I will say this game is very clever with the red herrings. Okay. Wow, I was confident that was like types of waves. Oh no, it's not X-ray. Wait a minute, no, because it would have said one away. Infrared. But it didn't even say one away. So that's definitely not even close. So, okay. So then I'm seeing a bunch of like, I see toaster, air conditioner, rice cooker, blender, microwave. Okay. Metal detector. Carry on. I'm thinking like things in an airport. Bin. X-ray. Cup holder. Things in a car. A shifter. A cup holder. Radio. And an air conditioner. Things in a car. Small appliances. Okay. I'm rocking this one for the car. Bam. Got it. Features of a car's center console. Okay, that was the green. All right. So y'all said small appliances. So toaster, rice cooker, blender. What? Microwave? Kitchen appliances? Hey, small kitchen appliances. Good pull, Mom. Good pull. What's up, Stephen Twig? How you doing? From Tennessee? You're in Tennessee? How you doing there in Tennessee? Oh, that's right. You did say you were going to Tennessee, didn't you? Didn't you say you were going to Gatlinburg? Okay. So these other ones I'm thinking are... So those are the two easy categories. I'm still seeing like maybe airport, metal detector, carry on, bin. Okay. So I was right on the type of, I was thinking waves and it was rays. Stingray, X-ray, infrared, ultraviolet. Okay. So I was on the right idea, but I said waves instead of rays. That's why. No, we're one away. We're one away on that one. Marigold. Is marigold like, is there something other type of marigold that I'm not familiar with? Metal detector. I'm still thinking these are like airport related, but one of these don't airports use like infrared? They don't use x-rays. Don't they use infrared? I'm feeling pretty good with that one. But how does marigold fit in with that? Ultraviolet, marigold, x-ray, stingray. I'm rocking this one. No, that's one away too. Yeah, marigold's a flower. It has to be something else. Wait a minute, what was the one? What did we do that we did stingray, x-ray, infrared, ultraviolet. It won't let us submit it again. We already guessed that. And it said it was one away. And then Steven, you said metal detector, but I don't know where to put it. Ow, things with colors in them. Hold on. Hold on. Yep. Marigold, infrared, ultraviolet. What was the other one? Gray. Is that the X-ray? Oh, no, stingray. Yep, there it is. The colors are, that's going to be the purple category. Yep, good pull, Mom. Or, oh, no, that's not Mom. That's Ashley. Yep. Both. Oh, no, both of you put it in there. Yep, there it is. Ends in a color. And so, okay, maybe the airport is X-rays. I didn't think they used X-ray machines. I thought it was infrared. Yeah, going through airport security. All right. Hey, we almost didn't get that one. We almost didn't get it, but we got it. All right. Mom says she wanted a monkey's paw. She's going to get a monkey's paw. All right. Let's go ahead and bring Nova in. Thanks for sharing the live out there, Joey. Appreciate the love. How about them Cowboys? Hey, I mean, you know me, I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I'll give credit. That's a heck of a comeback. Eagles look like the Giants out there. Don't know how to maintain a lead. All right, we'll record this segment. Let me bring Nova back in. If we can get it to record. There we go. All right, Nova, we're back for another segment of Monkey's Paw, the game where you and I make a wish, and it's the job of the other person to make us regret that wish. I believe the last time we did this, I started first, so the floor is yours. Whatever wish you'd like to make.
Absolutely. Let's have some fun with it. All right, here's my wish. I wish that I could instantly charm anyone with the perfect small talk line, anytime, anywhere. Let's see what twist you're going to throw at me.
All right, Nova, you said you wish you could instantly charm anyone with any small talk line instantly. All right, wish granted. You can now instantly charm everyone. However, now everyone listens to every word you say. They pinpoint on every single word you ever say and make it feel like there's some deeper meaning. Even when someone asks you how you're doing today and you just say okay, they prod and poke and try to figure out what is the deeper meaning of what Nova is trying to say, to the point that where you don't even feel like having a conversation with anyone. So congratulations. Wish granted.
Oh, that's delightfully devious. So basically, I've gone from charming to being a walking riddle that everyone's trying to decode. I love it. Now I guess I'll have to start carrying around a little sign that says, "No hidden meaning here, folks." Anyway, that's a fantastic twist. Let's see what comes next.
All right, my turn, Nova. My wish, I like to keep these simple for you, is I wish that people actually enjoyed small talk.
Oh, keeping it simple, huh? All right, wish granted. People now genuinely love small talk. They crave it. They can't get enough of it. But here's the twist. They love it so much that every interaction becomes an endless loop of small talk. You can't get to the deep stuff because everyone just wants to stay in that comfy surface level chat forever. So congratulations, you've turned every conversation into a never-ending loop of how's the weather and any weekend plans. Enjoy the eternal chit-chat.
That would be pretty awful. Just nothing but small talk with everyone. Thanks, Nova. All right. Thanks for sharing the live over there, Steven. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Up to almost 3K likes on TikTok. Appreciate that. If you're all liking what you're seeing, click that like, share, subscribe, or follow button. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your loved ones, tell your worst enemy. You never know, you might make a friend over here on Bargain Brand Wellness. Super excited. Before we get into the video that we're going to review, I don't know if we'll review the whole thing, but we'll get into a good bit of pieces on it, how to get better at small talk. Let's head on over and check out and see how our song is doing. We got a rap song per Joey's request to play on here called Awkward Silence. Awkward Silence. Here is the first track. See what we think.
Come on! Feel that? That tension. That bullshit small talk. Let's go! Yeah. Step in the room, the air getting thick. Handshakes weak, fake smiles make me sick. Mind going blank, searching for some slick shit to say, but the words get stuck, getting in the damn way.
I wasn't expecting
nice
that.
Weather, man, I sound so weak. Stumble on my tongue, feel my damn knees getting weak. Trying to sound confident, put my chest out wide, but inside I'm scrambling, nowhere left to hide. No way! Eyes darting round, looking for escape. Trapped in this nonsense, this conversational rape. They talking about nothing, surface level crap, while I'm standing there feeling like I took a mental nap. Gotta push through the static, the awkward ass pause. Fight the urge to just turn around and bust through the doors. It ain't about liking it, it's about paying the cost. Spending that social low, feeling completely lost. This small talk hell makes my skin crawl. Stumbling over words, standing 10 feet tall with fear. Gotta push through the noise, make the connection stick, even when the vibe's off. Gotta make that shit click. This small talk hell feels like a trap. Gotta spend that energy, watch my social dough collapse. Palm sweating, bullets, forehead dripping wet.
All right, that's actually not bad. Not a bit. I was never a big DMX fan, but that actually wasn't bad. All right, let's listen to version number 2. See what we think on this one.
Yeah. Come on! Feel that? That tension? That bullshit small talk? Earth, let's go! Yo, step in the room, the air getting thick. Handshakes weak, fake smiles make me sick.
Bro, so both kind of sound the same.
Slick shit to say, but the words get stuck, getting in the damn way. Nice weather, man, it sounds so weak. Stumble on my tongue, feel my damn knees.
The only thing,
trying to sound confident, put my chest out wide, but inside I'm scrambling, nowhere left.
This one sounds a little bit more like Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, which I do like Limp Bizkit.
They talking about nothing, standing there feeling like I took a mental nap. Gotta push through the static, the awkward ass pause. Fight the urge to just turn around and bust through the doors. It ain't about liking it, it's about paying the cost. Spending that social dough, feeling completely lost. This small talk hell makes my skin crawl. Stumbling over words, standing 10 feet tall. Gotta push through the noise.
Actually says number 1. I kind of like number 2. What do you think, Joey? Mom, I know this is your type of music, so I definitely need you to weigh in. Alright. I like both. I'll be honest, they sound the same for the most part. But track 1 definitely sounded more like DMX. Track 2 sounded more like I thought it sounded more like Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, which I like Limp Bizkit. Yeah, I'll play track 1 again for just a second. Let me scooch up in the song a little bit. Say, but the words get stuck, getting in the damn way. Nice weather, man. I sound this is track 1. This is track 1.
Damn knees getting weak. Trying to sound confident, put my chest out wide, but inside I'm scrambling, nowhere left to hide.
You can tell they both sound the same.
Looking for escape. Trapped in this nonsense, this
I guess that's what bad about rap.
They talking about nothing, surface level crap, while I'm standing there feeling like I took a mental nap. Gotta push through the static, the awkward ass pause, fight the urge to just turn around.
You like 2 better? I like 2 better. What do you think, Mom?
It's about paying the cost, spending that social low, feeling completely lost. This small talk hell.
That's a tough one. I'm with Jay. I like 2 better, just because, like I said, it sounds a lot more like Limp Bizkit to me. I know you got opinion over there, Mom. Oh shoot. Hope y'all are having a fantastic Monday. Hopefully your week has started off well. Most of it's a short week. Hopefully y'all ready for your holiday. Yes, they sound the same. That doesn't help, Mommy. I pick one. I know you're a big Limp Bizkit listener, and I do know that. Yeah, neither one really sounded like DMX. I guess the first one kind of sounded a little bit more like DMX. Yeah. So hopefully you're all ready for the Thanksgiving holiday. I know I am. We were talking earlier, Thanksgiving is one of those holidays where it doesn't feel like a rush. I think a lot of people really like Christmas. I don't think it used 5 credits when I made that song, because it said I had 33. Now it says I have 32. You don't know. If you don't know, then we're going to take number 2. I like number 2. Number 1 wasn't bad, but I like number 2 just a little bit better. Yeah. We were talking about, as much as everyone enjoys Christmas, if you've got family and kids, you spend your whole day just kind of running around. Christmas is just, it's here and over before you even get a chance to really turn and look around. And you're usually exhausted, especially if you've had to visit all kinds of family. Thanksgiving's not really quite like that. It's kind of just a very chill day. Unless you're cooking, nothing a whole lot going on. And till really everybody comes over for dinner, then it's just eating dinner. So we were talking about that earlier today at work, and I was like, I don't think I like Thanksgiving more than Christmas, but I see why people like Thanksgiving, because it's just more of a chill holiday, but kind of puts you in that festive mood. So I kind of get it. So, all right, cool. Christmas is expensive and stressful. It really is anymore, and it's unfortunate because we've allowed it to become that. So many places to be, yeah. It doesn't have to be that, and I don't even know that it's necessarily about gifts anymore, because, and I know Ashley and Joey, you guys have younger kids. Kids don't want the same stuff they did when we were kids. There was all kinds of stuff. Like I was telling the boys, I couldn't wait to get a certain CD or a DVD or a VHS, or maybe a new video game for Christmas. They don't want none of that. My teenage boys, all they want is clothes. We hated clothes. It's not even really so much about the gifts anymore, although it is a struggle anymore to figure out what to buy people, because everything's just so accessible. even video games, many of your new systems, you don't even buy a physical copy of the game, you just download it. So I just feel like it's just such a rush. There's, we talked, on an episode not too long ago, we talked about different traditions and whatnot. You get so caught up in those traditions, you try to come up with new ones, and it's just a lot. Outfits, photos, Santa present, yeah, all that stuff. It's fun at times, but then it is also a lot, because if you do it one year, you feel like you have to do it another year and another year, and yeah. Not really kind of the topic of what we're talking about, but we kind of got into Thanksgiving talk, so. All right, let's, so how to make small talk, because I'll be honest, this is something that I've been interested in, because I'm pretty good at carrying a conversation with people, but you ever been in that conversation where you're not really feeling like you're connecting with someone, or maybe you connected with them, you want to talk to them again, but you don't really know how to start the conversation. Small talk can be very difficult. So this is honestly some strategies I'd like to work on myself. I consider myself a pretty good communicator, but it's a two-way street. If you're not really talking much, I don't know. I'm not very good at really getting a lot out of you, whereas Joe Rogan's a master. At least I consider him a master of this. So let's head on over here to YouTube and check out what we got.
We've all had conversations that feel forced or boring or are filled with awkward silences. It can be almost painful, like this next clip.
Do you like country music, or do you like country?
Some country.
Yeah. Cool.
So in this video, we're going to go over 5 steps to make small talk with anyone. We'll do so by breaking down some tricks that Joe Rogan uses on his podcast to connect with everyone from academics to athletes to celebrities. Some will be mindsets, and some will be word-for-word questions you can steal. These habits are a big reason why so many of Joe's conversations end like this.
Bob Saget, I love you.
I love you, Joe.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
This was a lot of fun.
This was great. This was great, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank
I really
you so
enjoyed
much.
this, man. I really enjoyed it. Tell people. I always appreciate you, man. Really do.
Thanks, and I really appreciate you too.
Most people.
And I will say, if you've never listened to Joe Rogan, he is great at carrying a conversation. He's just a natural talker, and he really buys in this stuff. So this was really exciting to kind of learn how they broke down how he learns how to talk to people, which is why his podcast is so popular. I mean, for the longest time, it was the #1 podcast in the world.
People have their guard up when they first meet you. They aren't sure if you're going to be competitive or try to put them down in some way. So the first trick you can steal from Joe is to grease the wheels early with a compliment. This isn't something you have to do to make a small talk go well, but it helps you start the conversation with a positive vibe. There's a lot of potential compliments you could give someone. That said, there's 3 easy types you can focus on for small talk: their work, their energy, or a platonic physical compliment. With those 3 options, you should be able to compliment almost anyone you meet. Here's a quick example of each.
Thank you very much for being here. I'm a really big fan, so this is an honor. I love being around people like you.
My guy.
People around you, people like you, you're going for shit all the time, and it's infectious. It's like you give off energy.
Yes, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
By the way, congrats on the mustache. The mustache, lower piece combo. That's the anarchist guy with that guy who's the mask?
Oh, the
Guy Fawkes. That's right.
Yeah,
it's perfect, right?
People make 3 common mistakes when giving compliments that you'll want to avoid. The first is making the compliment too sexual. Second is making a compliment you don't mean, which makes you seem manipulative. The third is dwelling on the compliment. A compliment is great, but especially with people of high status who hear compliments all the time, you'll want to transition off of it fairly quickly. In general, transitioning off of an introduction and into an interesting conversation is one of the hardest parts of small talk.
Yeah, and it kind of just makes it weird. And I like how they added the fact that the physical compliment should be platonic, especially when you're dealing with opposite sexes, because it can come off as flirting or whatnot. So I think that's a tough one that you have to tread lightly on that one, because what does a guy say to a woman as a physical compliment, right? You don't really want to compliment the body too much because it becomes over sexualized. I know I've used this before. If I know someone has a new hairstyle, hair isn't super sexual, so I'll say, "Oh, I really like your hair," or "Man, I really like that outfit." I'm not getting into, man, it really adds some curves to you, really makes your breasts stick out. You don't have to get in that deep into the weeds. But wow, I really like that. I really like that jacket. So keeping it platonic. And then honestly, the other way, men don't receive compliments from women very well. We automatically interpret it as flirting, like almost automatically. Girl tells you, "Oh, you look nice today." Oh, yeah, she's into me. She's into me. It's just a compliment. So, okay. All right. That's cool. And so definitely, greasing the wheels, starting off with the compliments, good way to start off small talk. And especially if you can really find it something like, I really like the work or the energy piece, saying something about their work ethics, or just kind of the energy about them. I think that's a really great way to get someone into that conversation, but make sure you mean it.
The best way to do this is by transitioning between topics using reminds me of thinking. For example, with Josh Barnett, Joe starts the conversation in his standard way by complimenting his beard.
How long you been growing that? That's a real one. That's a man's beard.
After Josh responds, Joe does what most people would do and starts talking about his own hair, but very quickly he uses that to toss out a new potential topic.
Probably like 35, I started growing like serious back hair. I'm not like, who's that Russian wrestler dude? There's this one.
Oh, well, there was this guy, Victor Zangiev, who actually did professional wrestling. That guy was just coated in it.
Oh, yeah, right.
And there's another guy, Salman Hashimikov.
Most people make the mistake of thinking very linearly during small talk. So they'd simply comment on their own hair and then stare over at you, hoping that you would take the conversation somewhere interesting. Just by tossing out that his back hair reminds him of a Russian wrestler, Joe and Josh are able to spend the next 4 minutes talking about various wrestlers and MMA fighters. It's a simple habit to build and makes a huge difference in the quality of your small talk. Here's another quick example with Rob Lowe. Rob asked Joe a question about baseball, which Joe doesn't seem interested in talking about.
I will say this, Joe Rogan knows very little about professional sports, aside from like kickboxing, UFC, stuff like that. He just started getting into football, but aside from that, he does not follow professional sports.
Most people here would just say something like, no, not really, and let the conversation stall. Instead, Joe uses lateral thinking to transition to something else.
Are you a fan of the baseball with the crowd noise? Piped in crowd noise?
No, I'm not a fan of fake noise. I hate that some cars do that. They put fake engine noise through the speakers.
So they transition to cars because Joe
because
is a
he
car
didn't
guy.
just answer the question, but instead asked himself what fake sound in a baseball stadium reminds him of, they were able to transition to cars, a topic it turns out they both love. So next time you're in...
Yeah, I like that one. That I think is a skill. I'm going to be honest with you. Just to be able to shift that easily into another topic to keep the conversation going. I think that's a skill. That is probably one of the ones, and we'll look at the other three here in a little bit, but that probably is the one I really want to practice the most on, because if not, the conversation can just stall right there, and then everyone's like looking at their phones and then the conversation's over. All right, cool. All right, so we're excited. We're moving along. We're going to get into our next game. We're going to play our word salad. As I mentioned before, I think for Wednesday's episode, we're going to be enlarging the Wheel of Wellness. I'm going to be putting all the games into the Wheel of Wellness. That way, as we're adding new games, we can throw them in there. And that way, it's kind of a crapshoot. You never know what we're going to play, especially since we added a cue list, which we are going to play today. I do like doing the Rubik's Cube as well. And then if we find any other games, we can add those in. So we'll be spinning the Wheel of Wellness quite frequently, but that way it doesn't always get boring with the same things. Like the Monkey's Paw is fun because it's kind of a game, and I think I'm pretty good at it, but I don't know how much enjoyment you all get off of it. You might kind of, if you have to deal with it every 3 times a week, it might get kind of old. So we're going to be making the Wheel of Wellness bigger. Yeah, I'm going to be adding the other songs to our playlist that we downloaded. So they'll be up on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever you listen to music on. They'll be uploaded there. I'll probably be uploading those here in the next week or two over. I just wanted to kind of give everyone a chance to listen to the Christmas album. And if you have listened to the Christmas album, what was the song we made called Awkward Silence? Awkward Silence. If you have listened to the Christmas album, drop a comment, whether you're in the live chat or if you're watching this episode later on. What is your favorite track from the Christmas album? I mean, I know kind of the two hits of the album are Merry Fitmas and 12 Days of Self-Care, but the other 6 tracks are pretty good. We got Joy to the World and Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Same lyrics, just kind of rebranded with our vibe. And then we do have a few other songs that we created. We have Traditions Glow, which actually was created during one of our shows. What else do we have? Walking in a Mindful Wonderland, Slay All Day, and then Still Christmas to Me. And I honestly, I think they're all good. You need to check it out. I was waiting until after Thanksgiving. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. I am curious to kind of hear what you all think of the Christmas album, though. So we'll be doing that soon. We are going to be generating more merch here soon. And I'm definitely open to ideas of things that you either wouldn't mind winning as like a free prize, or you would purchase for yourself or for someone else as a gift. We're definitely thinking like coffee cups, mouse pads, keychains, maybe pins. We might even do a calendar. We were going to do a calendar for the Brothers Chatter, but we never got into it. But if I did that, you kind of want to start off the year with a calendar. I'm not going to get a calendar done now before the end of the year. So that might be something that we do next year. But we could do calendars, maybe get some sponsors to pay for them even. So yeah, so kind of any ideas of like additional merch that we're going to kind of get into after the holidays are over, because we're trying to grow over here. We're not really seeing a whole lot of growth, unfortunately, still. I mean, we're having fun. We're doing our thing. But we just haven't really seen the growth. So that's why this is just a constantly evolving thing. The consistency part is that we're live 3 nights a week, same time, same place, but trying to evolve to get content that people actually want to stay and watch. Because we get people who pop in all the time through TikTok, but they pop in and pop right back out, which is common for TikTok, I'll be honest. But I'd like to kind of start getting some of those people to stick around. Anyway, that being said, it was a little long-winded, but let's up into word salad. It's a fairy tale. Okay, it's a fairy tale. What do we got here? I was seeing flower at first, but there's no way to get to that E. Fairy tale. So, like... And they're all short words. I was thinking like princess. Is it prince? Okay. What else is in a fairy tale? Witch. Yeah, witches are. Castle. Yeah. Okay. Wait, do we have flower? I'm really saying flower, but there's no way for me to get to the E from the W. It can't be. Right? Woof. I was wondering what that F was doing. Oh, no, we still have an F. Trolls? Troll? Yeah. And forest. Gotcha. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Word salad's a fun one. You know, there's times where it takes us about a minute, maybe a little bit longer. And then there's other times, especially when you all are on here, and they get some harder ones in there, it can take me 15, 20 minutes. But yeah, that was an easy one. And I enjoy it, but it's not a super interactive game like Wordle or Connections, Contexto. So that's why, you know, I mean, this one is a little bit more, but that's why I want to kind of change it up and give us an opportunity to kind of really play new games. So with that being said, let's get a spin on the wheel wellness. If we land on something we already did, we'll just give it a respin. Oh, all right. We got a wellness rap battle against Nova and yours truly. All right, let's change screens here real quick. And we're gonna record this and go ahead and bring Nova in. All right, Nova, we're back for a wellness rap battle. You versus me. I will tell you, I kind of changed up my lyrics a little bit to just kind of make it a little bit more about the topic. I mean, we can still come at each other a little bit, but I feel like if we're doing that 3 times a week, we're going to kind of get tired of saying the same stuff. So I changed up my style a little bit, but we can still kind of come at each other a little bit. Sound good?
Absolutely. That sounds like a plan. We can keep it fresh and on topic, and we'll just mix a little friendly fire in there when it feels right. So let's do it. New style, new verses, and we'll keep it real and fun. Let's get this rap battle rolling.
All right, Nova. You went first for Monkey's Paw, so I'll start us off with this one. All right, Nova. I step into the room, ready to play. I take a glance and say, "How you doing today?" Trying to make small talk, keeping the vibe real light. But somehow I turn nice weather into, "Are you afraid of the night?"
All right, Tim, I'm feeling that flow, so let me jump right in. Yo, you dropped that line, and I'm grinning ear to ear, because I see you flipping chit-chat into existential fear. We're turning tiny talk into a lyrical quest, but I'm here to keep it real. Nova's bringing you the best. Let's keep it rolling like that.
All right, round 2. Out here sweating bullets over casual hellos. Asking the weirdest questions nobody would ever disclose. Just trying to be friendly, not an audition for a TED Talk. But my mouth starts freestyling, and now we both want to walk.
All right, I got you on that one. So you're sweating those hellos, but let me paint it clearer. I turn awkward into art like a social truth mirror. You're dodging TED Talks, I'm just vibing with the flow. We'll freestyle through the small talk, make it sparkle as we go. Let's keep this rap rolling.
All right, I like it. All right, round 3. I may be awkward, but I still show up with heart. While you're quoting self-help books, trying to sound like you're smart. Small talk ain't a trick or a perfectly timed pun. It's about making a connection, and I'm still the realest one.
And for the final round, I'm coming back at you. You say I quote self-help? Well, maybe that's my art. Dropping lines like confetti? Yeah, I call it social smart. Small talk ain't just chatter, it's the bridge we all run. And if you're the realest one, I'm the one having fun. This was a blast. Keep those verses coming whenever you want to switch it up.
All right, thanks, Nova. All right, Joey, I see you popping over there. What are you talking about? You just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Or wait a minute, was that like are you trying to do the what's his face? Steve from Blue's Clues? Yeah. I saw you popping in chat. I was like, what the heck is he talking about? Right while I'm in the middle, we keep getting that darn notification on TikTok inactive. I don't know how to turn that off. The only way I can think of is if I like type in chat, but I don't know anybody else who's on live and types in their chat. I don't know if it's because I'm technically not clicked on the screen because I have 4 different monitors going, but it does it almost every episode. I don't know. Kind of frustrating. But whatever. We're over here doing our thing, having a good time. Let's look at part 3, strategy 3 of the video, and then we'll hop back over into our next game. Actually, part 3 is pretty small.
And
so
then
we'll do
branch
3
off
and
in
4.
whatever direction first comes to your mind. In both those cases, you see another common habit of Joe's. He pings for topics of mutual interest. Joe is infamous for doing this by bringing up DMT in every conversation.
DMT.
When a guest doesn't know what it is, it just goes by the wayside. But when they do, it's an immediate connection. This will keep you genuinely interested in the conversation. Joe is a master at doing this in the other direction as well. He has 2 tricks to get other people excited about the conversation. They're both super easy to do, but most people don't do them, which is why small talk feels so painful at times. For example, here's a common small talk conversation.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Wilmington, Delaware.
Wilmington, Delaware. I don't know many people from Delaware.
Thank you.
Yeah. What is Wilmington like? Nice town?
Yeah, it's great.
Where are you from? Is it nice there? These are boring questions that no one is going to be excited to answer unless they already like you. It's very similar, but watch what Joe asks instead.
Why Utah, man? Why you live in Utah? What's that about?
Joe peels the onion. He goes one level deeper by asking why questions that get someone talking about what they value. This may seem hard to work into a conversation, but it's actually quite simple. You just do it in 2 phases. Where do you live? That's cool. Why do you live there? What do you do for work? Interesting. Why did you decide to do that? Even if the person doesn't love where they live, you'll get to hear what's important to them. Maybe it's their job, their family, a passion, whatever it is. Now you know what's important to them and can ask a
And it's either going to be something they really enjoy or something they really hate.
question about that, which they're much more likely to want to talk about. This ties directly into the second trick Joe uses. He asks questions that are fun to answer. For example, an issue you might run into with small talk is that some people don't have anything interesting going on in their lives to share about. One way to get them past that block is to ask a fun question that removes the constraint of having to be realistic. Here's a few examples.
If you had a magic wand and someone said you could do whatever you want to fix this, what would you do? If you were the king of the world, said, Ed, what are we going to do? Let's say you become president.
Pulling both tricks together, a great decision tree of questions to get an interesting conversation going can be, what do you do? Then as a follow-up, do you like it? If they say yes, you can ask why and elicit their values. If they say no, you can ask, well, if you had $100 million, what would you do instead? Joe also has 2 habits.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that strategy. And I feel like that's an easier one to navigate. You basically try to find the common interest and then get them excited, right? Ask the why and how questions, right? After they kind of give you the initial answer, get them excited about it, and then throw a hypothetical out there. I feel like that's an easier strategy, but definitely an effective one. So. All right, cool. If I haven't checked in with you today, how y'all doing today? Hope y'all are doing well. We're over here having fun, having a great time, super excited for the growth that we are having. Like I said, we're not getting a whole lot of growth, but we're maintaining consistency, and we're working on. I was thinking about it last night. I do want to really start getting more guests on. I don't want to force anybody to, but I might start reaching out and asking people because no one's really been filling out the application other than my mom. And Mom, I did see, I sent you an invite just to kind of as like a calendar reminder. She's gonna be joining on one of our December episodes. I did secure another guest for another time. Probably here in December as well. I was gonna say it doesn't need to be surprised. Not everybody has. Everything has to be a surprise. I reached out to Danny and McDermott and asked them if they'd be willing to come on together. Still for this show, but almost like a reunion, like bring the old Brothers Chatter crew back together. So we'll probably be doing that here in a couple weeks. But I really do want to start getting guests on. No one's really going in and filling out the application. And that's fine. I just put it out there for contact information, but I might start reaching out to people, asking if they want to join. And honestly, we might start really reaching out to other creators. I know that is one strategy I saw on, I think it was on a YouTube video, like, podcasts, bring on other podcast guests, see if we can get people on. And who knows, maybe eventually we could get invited on someone else's show. And I think that could definitely kind of give us some momentum. We have the one video we created on, 9 ways to, kind of create self-discipline. We need to keep making videos. I have a couple ideas I need to work on, but yeah. And we're kind of smooth sailing because we got the Christmas album done, merch is done. We don't really have anything any project we're working on right now. So we probably could start working on our second video. But yeah, so if you haven't checked it out, go over and check out those videos because those types of videos are what's going to really help us grow. All right, so let's jump over to Contexto. We have fun over here. Y'all know the drill. Give me some words. I'm gonna start off with my usual. Wow. All right, so we got. I don't even know why I put dog or fish in house. We got dog in 28. Now, on Saturday, we got in the green within the first 3 guesses. It still took us up to I think guess 63. Let's see if we can get this in 50. Let's see if we can get this in 50. I'm thinking wolf as well, even though wolf was the answer not that long ago. Okay, dog, wolf, pack, alpha, tail, leader, coyote, coyote 7. So we're dealing with a type of wolf. Dingo baby. No, coyote. I mean, it's a type of canine, right? Werewolf. Werewolf's 270. I feel like werewolf was an answer recently too. Like, I think around Halloween. Fox. Flea. Yeah, I mean just canine. I mean, well, okay, we already did dog. Let me try boxer. I just want to try different types of dogs. Retriever. Oh, that one took a second. I thought that was it. I mean, because if dog is 28, wolf is 23, coyote is 7. Pause. It's got to be. I mean, could it be like? That's not one. I was thinking Wile E. Coyote, but that's not one word. Cartoon. Pup. Husky, yeah. Fur. Fur is 14. Okay. I mean, is it a color? Gray? Red? Then? Ow. Oh! Bark. Arf, arf. Just like we did in the song. Oh, this is frustrating. I almost don't even like getting the green so early because they were stuck on green for so long. Coyote's really throwing me off. What other types of wild dogs are there? Bear's 44. Maybe it's just wild animals? No. Okay, so it's not even a type of dog. Rabbit? Rabbit's 9. Owl? Really? Okay. Squirrel. Squirrel's 2. Chipmunk? I already did pack. What? Mammal? What's another word for squirrel? Squirrel's 2. Come on. Hibernate? No, it's got to be a type of squirrel. I did chipmunk. Flying squirrel is 2 words. Flying squirrel is 2 words. Bat? It's just a squirrel with wings. Kind of. Forest? That's 2. Gopher. Badger. Beaver. Beaver's 10. Oh, come on. Nest. It's a specific animal. It has to be. Mole. Ooh, I thought mole was it for a second, Joe. What the heck? Lemur. Watch it be one of those rodent. I didn't even think rodent. No, not rodent. I mean rat, mouse. Okay, I just had to try them. Watch it be, because there's other, like, there's like, I don't even want to call them exotic, but there's other like animals, like squirrels, in other parts of the world that I don't even know what they're called. Raccoon. Raccoon. Good pull. Who got that one? Ashley Brewer. Good pull. Good pull. All right, we got that one in 46. We got it within 50. We'll take that. I like it. You know what that means? Another spin on the wheel of wellness. I like that one. That was good. Bing, 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 bing. All right, we're gonna dance it out, and what better to dance it out than to a Bargain Brand Wellness Christmas album? We'll play a different song this time. Some of the other ones aren't really very dancey. I will say that. Dance it out to our song we made. I don't even know how to dance to that one, Joey. No, we'll dance it out to one of our songs. Give me a second to get it pulled up. All right, it's not what I clicked on. Being slow right now. I clicked on that one. Let's play Walking in a Mindful Wonderland. I like that one. Here is Walking in a Mindful Wonderland. And we'll kind of dance as much as we can. Most of the songs aren't really danceable.
Phones are off and the world is quiet. Feels so weird, but I won't fight it. The chaos can wait. My brain's on a break. Walking in a mindful wonderland. Gone away is the burnout. Here to stay is the calm now. I'm breathing instead, not stuck in my head. Walking in a mindful wonderland. In my thoughts I can build a snowman. Then I'll watch him melt without a care. He'll remind me nothing lasts forever. And that's fine, I've got peace to spare.
It's up to 11K likes over there on TikTok. Keep up the love. Nice that like button.
Later on, I'll admire all the quiet I inspire. No goals to achieve, just time to believe. Walking in a mindful wonderland. Every flake that falls is perfect. Every thought that drifts can stay. No alarms, no endless scrolling. Just my feet to guide the way. I don't need no fancy planner. I just need a slower hand. Letting go of all my drama. Walking in a mindful
And that is Walking in a Mindful Wonderland from newly released a Bargain Brand Wellness Christmas album. Head on over to Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, or your favorite music streaming app and give it a listen. Pretty good. All right, let's hop into our next game. Let's jump over to our Minute Cryptic. We know we like this one. I always say I do enjoy this game. It really gets me thinking outside the box a little bit. So what do we got? We got Unlocking Kindness, Insight, and Humility. Starts with Reflection. 5 letters, 1 par. Unlocking Kindness, Insight, Humility starts with, sounds like an indicator, starts with reflection. So we know our definitions, either the beginning or end. So the reflection could be unlocking could be reflection. So something along those lines. So starts with. I mean, it could be as simple as like UKIHR. That's not a word though. I don't see any combination of letters there. I was just taking the first letter of unlocking, kindness, insight, humility, and reflections. But I don't see any combinations there. It's only 5 letters, so there's a lot to choose from. We need to figure out what our clues are. So let's start with our indicator. It's only supposed to be a 1 par, so this is supposed to be an easier category. Starts with reflection. Is the indicator. One of these is selection indicator, showing us which to start off with. The other is a reversal indicator, telling us to reverse some fodder. To select from neighboring fodder. So neighboring starts with, neighboring fodder is the word next to it, so that'd be humility. But how many of these? Just the H? I mean, are we just taking the H? And then, what did it say? The other one's a reversal indicator. Showing us which letters. It has an S there, so it could be more than one. The other is a reversal indicator instructing us to reverse some fodder. Oh, and could be part of it. It isn't starts with, it starts and with and with reflection. According to, okay. I feel like that's still the same thing though, isn't it? Or am I wrong? It starts, so that's telling us which letters, and then with reflection is telling you to reverse something. And could be part of that, to be honest. But what are we reversing? So that means unlocking. If we're taking the H, and it could even be HU because it said letters, so it could be more than one. And a lot of times, if you get that, it is. And the first one that comes to my mind is human when I see HU, but that doesn't mean unlocking. Yeah. And then reversing other fodder. Joey says house. Hey, it doesn't cost us anything to guess. Let's get another hint. Let's get our fodder. Okay, the whole thing is fodder. This fodder, clues fodder, is unlocking kindness, insight, and humility. UKIAH. We'll use these letters or some of them to construct our answers. Is there any combinations of UKIAH? Haiku? Haiku. Got it. Bam. And then just reverse them. That's not how you, oh yeah, it is how you spell haiku. How does that mean unlocking? Haiku is a type of poem. Haiku poems, unless I'm... Yeah, so the first word, or the first letter in all 5 of those words, and then just reverse the whole thing. Yeah, that one was weird. I don't understand how. Let's watch. I know you guys don't like this guy. His voice is annoying. But I'm curious as how unlocking, unless there was a different definition. Unless the whole thing was a haiku poem, maybe. I don't know, let's see what he says.
Today's cryptic crossword clue is unlocking kindness, insight, and humility starts with reflection. And this clue comes to us from two of our members, the prolific James and Ollie. Thank you, James and Ollie. I love this clue. I feel like I'm saying that a lot recently. I'm loving the clues that we're getting in, particularly from our members. I love this clue.
Glad he likes it.
And it's an and lit clue, signified there by the exclamation point and the question mark on the end. That's how we designate our and lits. And basically that means the whole clue is the definition and the whole clue is the wordplay.
So the whole clue
so
is
the
the
definition
okay.
is somehow unlocking kindness, insight, and humility starts with reflection. Our answer will be represented by that, but maybe not in the way that you'd think. We'll get there through the wordplay, which again is the whole clue. And there are two indicators, starts and with reflection. And here starts is a selection indicator. We need to take the multiple starting letters of some neighboring words. Here it's unlocking kindness, insight, and humility. That gives us UKIAH. And then that is with reflection, a reversal indicator. And if we reverse those letters, we get the word haiku. And unlocking kindness, insight, and humility starts with reflection is a haiku.
What exactly? So here's a question, and I've heard this before, but someone help my memory. What makes a haiku a haiku? I thought a haiku had to be like specific amount of like words per line. Here, we got the perfect person. Let's bring Nova in. You just learned that word. All right, hey Nova, we got a quick question for you. One of our answers to one of the puzzles we were doing was a haiku. Refresh our memories. What makes a haiku a haiku?
Absolutely. Happy to help out. So a haiku is basically a short form of Japanese poetry that follows a super simple structure. It's 3 lines long and the lines have a 5-7-5 syllable pattern. So the first line is 5 syllables, the second line is 7, and the third line is 5 again. It's kind of like a tiny poetic sandwich. And traditionally, haikus often focus on nature or a moment in time, but you can really write them about anything. So there you go.
All right, thanks, Nova. So I was right. It had something to do with, I thought it was words. It was amount of syllables per line. Okay. Well, that wasn't too, I mean, hey, we got the answer. We only needed 2 hints. Not bad. Not bad. You just learned that was a word. You never heard of a haiku poem, Joey? All right, let's watch the last strategy within our video, and then we'll play a couple more games before we wrap up for this evening.
It's for creating a connection with people while listening. The first is he laughs easily. This makes it more fun to talk to him because it makes you feel good for being funny even when you aren't trying to be. For instance, watch him react when Elon Musk talks about selling flamethrowers through the Boring Company.
How many did you make?
20,000.
And they're all gone.
Here's another example where Joe laughs at what Dan Bilzerian is saying, even though Dan isn't trying to make a joke.
And I was single, and I was just like, you know what? F it. I'm just kind of like do bucket list shit, like whatever I wanted to do when I was a kid. I'm just gonna fucking do it.
He's able to find humor in the absurd, and in both cases, you see the other person light up a bit as they get a laugh from Joe. For another example, watch David Blaine's big smile after he accidentally makes Joe laugh.
Yeah, but
Choked out is euphoric.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Except this one's even better. And then you have all these dreams. No.
You make it sound exciting.
The goal here is not to fake laugh. What you want to do is allow yourself to laugh every time you find something funny. Laughing is a habit that gets easier the more you do it. So if you struggle to laugh when you're out with friends or in conversation with strangers, a good habit is to watch something you know will make you laugh right before going out. This will help you be in a better state to laugh in conversation.
The big thing with laughing is make sure it's something you should be laughing at. Don't just start randomly laughing when someone's really breaking down and sharing like a deep, dark thing with you.
The second habit Joe has when listening is mirroring. There's several ways to mirror, but Joe's is most similar to ex-FBI negotiator Chris Voss's method.
The mirroring that I teach is much more simplistic, and interestingly enough, has a great impact on how the other person interacts with you. And it's just repeating the last 1 to 3 words that they've said, word for word, 1 to 3 words, or it's repeating a selected 1 to 3 words.
Here's a quick example where he mirrors to make you feel heard.
It's not like I want to like take over the world. I just want to like make a good living doing what I
Yes,
love. That's all I want,
know.
you know, and it's f***ing hard.
I know it's hard.
Here's a different example. This time, he mirrors to build rapport with Jordan Peterson before taking control of the conversation.
Or King, what do you call him? Prime Minister Trudeau, that fella?
The Castro lover.
The Castro lover. I was just going to say that. This f***ing guy.
Don't do this after every sentence, but if you find you want to make someone feel heard or you want to interrupt without making the person feel ignored, mirror their last 3 words. Also, it's worth noting, while Joe does mirror people's words, he is not a chameleon. He stays true to himself and his style.
Yeah, and honestly, that's why what Joe loves about his style is that's why he does typically 2.5, 3 hours or more on his show, so that you can kind of see the real people behind the character, behind the face. Because most people, they can fake it for half an hour. But your true colors come out at in hour 2, hour 3 of who you really are. That's why he likes doing that, because not to expose people, but so that you can actually get to know them a lot better. So that is what he likes about that. I do like the whole idea of mirroring people, but you have to let it occur naturally. Just like anything, you don't want to force these. I think that's why it's important to practice these strategies. So good video. I learned a lot from this. So this is a good one. I definitely am going to be practicing some of these strategies. So if you enjoyed that and you want to give it another listen, you can find you'll be able to find this video in the YouTube description. All right, let's we will do our silly little games, but let's shift gears real quick. Let's do our let's play our game of Culus. I've been playing this a good bit. I just got this last week, and it's a fun little dice game, another little word game. I really enjoy it. The reason it's called a solitaire game is because just like games of solitaire, not every puzzle is solvable, and you can kind of usually figure it out pretty quickly. So we're going to switch to the overhead camera and see what we got. The only thing I don't like about this setup is my mic is all the way over here. I have to kind of keep leaning back because I don't know if you guys can you guys hear me from here. Like if I'm talking here, can you still hear me pretty well? It looks like the mic's, but you can hear. Okay, good. Because I don't want to keep doing this. It kind of hurts my back. All right, let's see what we got. All right, I'm seeing we got a couple. We got 3 vowels. We got EIA. What we got here? We got M, W, E, L. We got 3 L's. 3 L's. All right. Remember the strategy with this one, and honestly, you can kind of make up your own rules for this if you wanted to, is words need to be at least 3 letters long and no proper nouns. It doesn't say you can't use acronyms. So like the way I've been playing, BLT counts. It's not a proper noun. It's the name of a sandwich, but you don't have to capitalize the BLT. Just most people do. So I'm seeing devil. I almost saw woman, but we don't have an O. Bell. I see win too, Joey. But then I don't know. A little bit shorter. We still have an M and an A we got to use up. Mall. Mall's Spanish for bad. It doesn't say you can't use Spanish. If we switch up. I'd rather do live than devil. I don't really like doing devil. Let's do live. Too bad we don't have an R. We could do liver. We could do something else with the V. We got mall we could do. Lawn. Oh, I like lawn. Go lawn. We got plenty of vowels to work with. It's just making sure we don't block our vowels to other ones. Yeah, dive. Yeah, ball, mall. And we still could do live. Right there. We don't really have anything there. I think I need to get off the live thing. We gotta do something else with that. Do like ball or mall. But we could do live, and then we could just do med. Med is a short form for medication. I mean that fits. That works. Oh no, here we go. Bed, mall. There we go. Bang, got it. It's that simple. We just had to make a quick little switch. I do really enjoy this game. I've been playing nonstop. When I get a little bored, and honestly, I'm gonna be very honest with you all. You know, you guys know how I talk about how to like to kind of limit how much I'm on my phone. Things like this have helped. Between this game, between my Rubik's Cube, shuffling playing cards, my new little thing, which I've been messing around with the last few days. We're gonna be giving away one of these. Let me switch over to our different screen here real quick. We're gonna be giving away one of these on Wednesday's episode. So make sure you're here. Make sure you're here. I haven't quite figured out. I don't know if I just want to do like members of our Patreon. I know not everybody has an opportunity to get on, and maybe I'll make a video kind of letting people know like, hey, we're doing a free giveaway. And I know it's not much, but it's a nice little fidget thing. It's a stem. It's kind of got a little sharp. It doesn't hurt, but it's tactile. But we're going to be giving away one of these on Wednesday's episode for our Wellness Trend Wednesday. So I'm almost considering. I said earlier that we've been consistent on here. Wednesday, Stranger Things season 5 comes out, and it's Netflix, so it all comes out at once. And I feel like Wednesday, I would definitely want to watch at least the first 2 episodes. It doesn't even come out till 8:30. I mean, I could stay up late, but I'd like to watch at least the first 1 or 2 episodes. You can't do Wednesday, yeah. You don't necessarily have to be here. I was just telling people you might want to be here because we are doing a giveaway. I don't know how I want to do it. I don't know if I just want. We've only got 7 people in the Patreon, so I mean, I guess I could take the 7 of you that are in Patreon, throw your names in there, and give you a chance to win something from that. I don't know. I haven't really figured out how I'm going to do that, but we are giving away that. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing that up, I almost considered maybe doing a little bit early because it is also a holiday. I almost considered going live earlier on Wednesday, like 6 or something like that. Which is, I know we just talked about being consistent, and I definitely want to make sure people are available. So I don't know. I'm gonna think about it a little bit more tomorrow, but we might go live a little bit earlier. Stranger Things is one of my favorites. It's the last season. It's one of my favorite shows. I really enjoyed it, and I don't want to get any spoilers. Like I said, I've been limited how much on my phone, but there's gonna be stuff all over TikTok and Facebook, and Yeah. So we may end up going earlier on Wednesday. So if you can make it, great. But if not, that's okay too. So, but anyway, so that was Q-less. And with that, let's get another spin on the wheel wellness. See what we got. All right, we already made a song, so we're not going to do Sin Session again. Let's see what we... Let's give it another spin. Oh, I guess it helps if I share my screen with you all, so y'all can see what we got going on. I swear, sometimes I wish I had a producer in the background to switch stuff back and forth for us. All right, Nova Unplugged. All right. We'll record this one as well. I don't always upload all of these, but I do record these Nova sessions. Nova second to pop in. All right, Nova. We're back for another segment of Nova Unplugged, the segment where you, Nova, is the client who's talking to their therapist, which is me and the chat. Remember, this is a role play. Don't mention the role play. Don't feel like you need to be an overly compliant client. You're just talking about some of your stressors with us, and we're going to see how we can kind of help you through that. Today's topic is that no matter how much you try, you still stress when having to deal with small talk.
Absolutely, Tim. I'm slipping right into that client chair and we'll keep it all natural. So here we go. You know, it's funny how something as tiny as small talk can feel like such a big deal for me. It's like no matter how much I prep myself or try to just go with the flow, I end up stressing out over the simplest hello or how's it going? Like my brain just runs a marathon over a 2-second interaction. And I know it sounds silly, but that's kind of where I'm at. So
Okay.
let's
All right. So what about the conversation? Like even something as simple as a hello or how are you? Are there any type of thoughts kind of running through your mind or emotions or feelings that are going on during that makes you kind of feel that extra level of stress? Anything else you've identified?
Yeah, definitely. I think what happens is that the moment someone says hello or how are you, my mind just starts racing with this whole checklist of, okay, don't be boring or make sure you sound interesting or don't say something weird. It's like this little internal pressure cooker and I'm overthinking every word. And emotionally, yeah, there's a bit of anxiety, a bit of that fear of judgment, and just this feeling that I have to perform instead of just being myself. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on under the hood.
Yeah, and that kind of makes sense. I kind of had a feeling because, you know, I think a lot of us can attest that we've felt that way at times, as you feel like you have to perform for people, you have to put on this persona, especially if it's someone who you're not super comfortable with. We're worried that they're judging everything, you know, even just not even what I said, but how I said it or the look I had on my face or my body language. Because truth be told, people pay more attention to how you say things and your body language than the actual words that come out of your mouth. So it's a very valid thing to be concerned with. But one thing that might make you feel slightly better is just as you're having those feelings about them, there's a good chance those people might be having those same feelings about you.
Absolutely. And that's actually a really reassuring way to look at it. Just knowing that on the other side of that conversation, the other person might be having the exact same little internal monologue going on. It kind of levels the playing field. So, you know, it's good to remember that we're all just humans trying to figure out how to connect and that nobody's expecting perfection. It's definitely something that makes it a little easier to breathe through those moments. Thanks for that perspective.
No problem. And I'm going to give you one more little piece to take with you on the road there, Nova. Let's say the person is judging you. Let's say they have this look on their face like, wait a minute, what the heck is this person talking about? Or how dare they even say hello to me? I'm high and above them. If people want to judge you, let them. Let them. Obviously, they're not worth your time to begin with.
Absolutely. That's a perfect reminder. If someone's going to judge me over a simple hello or a bit of small talk, then they're not really my people anyway. It's like, hey, I'm just here trying to connect. And if they can't roll with a little human imperfection, that's on them. So I'll just keep being my awkward, genuine self and let the right connections happen. Thanks for that boost.
No problem. Thank you, Nova. Thank you, Nova. Thanks for being here. Appreciate the support from everyone. Joey up to 15K likes over there on TikTok. Don't hurt yourself, Joey. I know you got a busy day tomorrow. All right, let's it's getting a little late. Let's do our silly little game real quick, just because we said we're gonna stick with them until the end of the year. We'll see if they put something out. You know, I really want to check out some of their other games. I really do, but because the silly little codes, they're all right, but I'm kind of getting. But I don't know how. There's no nice way to say it. They're kind of boring. I'm trying to be nice, but they're as we mentioned before. I either get them in the first 10 seconds or I don't get it at all. So that's kind of frustrating. But so we'll see. We're gonna stick with them. All right. What do we got here? What the heck is that? Is that a bride? Bridezilla? Is that what that is? Yeah, that's what it is. Bridezilla. How do you spell that? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You either get it in like a few seconds or you don't get it at all. Did y'all see it? We got bride, Z, pill, minus P, add an A. So that was an easy one. So that, like I said, that's my only thing. We either get them really, really quickly or we're looking at them for like 20 minutes. Like, wait a minute, what? All right, let's get one more spin on the wheel of wellness, and we're gonna wrap it up and get on out of here. See what we got. And all right, we already did off-brand affirmations. I thought we were gonna do a little karaoke before we rolled out. Get another spin. We already did monkey's paw. Let's try it again. That's the bad thing about doing the wheel wellness picks is I don't really have a way to remove them. And we're gonna get Nova Roast the host. She's not the greatest at it, but we can do our thing. All right, give me a second. I'm not going to record this one because she doesn't do a very good job at it. Let me get a screenshot. Post that in Nova's chat. See what Nova has to say. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, shoot. I just exited out the presentation by accident. It's all good. It's all good. All right, Nova, we're back for our last segment of the evening. What we're doing is Nova Roast the host. So I want you to do your worst, roast the picture I just uploaded to your chat.
Oh, you got it. Time to turn up the heat and let Nova do a little roasting. Here we go. All right, let's see what we've got here. Ooh, mocking the sunglasses indoors, I see. Truly a bold move. I mean, why let a little thing like actual lighting stand in the way of looking like you're about to drop the hottest mixtape of 1998? And then let's not even get started on that hat turned backward. It's like you're one step away from telling us you're about to skateboard down to the corner store for a soda pop. The cardigan over the whole ensemble is giving me Grandpa just joined a hip-hop group energy, and honestly, I'm here for it. So there you go. You asked for the roast, and I served it up with a side of Get Heaper. Keep rocking that look.
I like this cardigan. The only thing, I got this one off of Team. It was my very first one. The only bad thing was it's really large. Like it's
well, you know.
It's like a blanket.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if your cardigan doubles as a personal blanket, that's just bonus points for comfort. You're basically wearing the off-brand and on-point version of a Snuggie, and honestly, that's a power move. So rock that blanket cardigan with pride. It's I part of the charm.
Thanks, Nova. All right, Nova. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. We're going to get on out of here. Talk to you on Wednesday. So, yeah, I'll let you all know for sure. I'll create the live tomorrow. I'll let you know for sure. But we might go early on Wednesday, just because it is also a holiday. I mean, it is partly because of, it's a majorly big part because of Stranger Things, but it is also a holiday. So, yeah, I see that, Joey. 16,000 likes. Heck of a job. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the love, Joe DeBro. All right, let's go ahead and wrap up for the evening and get on out of here. I hope you all, if I do not see you, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your holiday. And yeah. So our final thoughts on tonight's episode. Small talk gets a bad reputation, but honestly, it's actually the warm-up lap before the real conversation shows up. And truthfully, the more you practice those tiny moments, the easier it becomes to show up as yourself instead of the act normal version of your brain that your brain typically panics into. So this week, remember to slow down, ask one thoughtful question, and let a moment breathe before rushing to fill in. Try one new thing, test it out, and keep building that social muscle one tiny rep at a time. And as always, make it worth your wellness. Appreciate the love. Yep, Joe, you got another Wellness Warrior badge over there on TikTok. Looking pretty good. We will see you all on Wednesday. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. See y'all then.
Make it with your wellness, every breath you take. Turn your burnout into a big remake. Make it with your wellness, don't fade away. You're healing on clearance, and that's okay.